Welcome back to Night Mind, friends. No, there's no way that I could possibly be that guy. I am JDPaladin, and today we're going to be reviewing a YouTube channel that kind of really sprang up almost overnight as far as being a sensation. It started with the video series Marble Hornets Explained, and whether you agree with it or disagree with it, you have to admit that this video series really set it on fire. I'm referring, of course, to the YouTube channel Night Mind, run by the personality Nocturne. This channel is dedicated towards basically all of the darker aspects of YouTube. The stuff that goes bump in the night, that's truly creepy and disturbing. Like I said, it started with the series Marble Hornets Explained, and the whole premise behind the channel is to explain the things that you see on YouTube. For instance, the Marble Hornet Explained series goes into extreme detail about the Twitter feeds, the videos from both Marble Hornets channel and the supporting channel To the Ark, solving the puzzles and explaining how they fit into the context. From there, he went on to Everyman Hybrid, and in between, he did videos on Alan Tutorial, Meat Sleep, the whole debacle revolving around that, Krampus, the movie, he did Tribe 12, and then he did a whole video where he basically glossed over the rest of the Slenderverse, including Dark Harvest, Whispered Faith, which covers more of the Rake than anything else. I believe the channel is ML Anderson Tapes, and some other stuff that was there too. And he's gone on to basically cover just other things. Believe it or not, Nocturne has used his voice to his greatest advantage. And that advantage is that just having a soothing and calming voice can also be incredibly creepy. From the moment his channel's videos fire up, you know you're in for a scary run. From the moment he started his first video on Marble Hornets Explained Season 1, you knew that something was about to creep you the hell out. And let me tell you, it has been awesome. I would be remiss if I didn't point out the cons, I believe, with the channel, and I will be doing that. And that's how we're going to do this review. We're going to take it as a pro and cons approach. And we'll start with the pros. First off, this guy is genuinely freaking frightening, okay? His idea of explaining stuff is to creep you out while explaining something that's supposed to creep you the hell out. And just freaking sweet. It's really awesome. And his signature sign-off is to take something that he's reviewing and to actually use that as a way to make you feel like, oh man, I don't want this guy back in my life, but I have to watch the next video. And it's freaking funny as hell. I love it to death, and it sets the bar. It really does. His method of research for explaining all of these things is very in-depth. When it came to his Marble Hornets Explained series, he explained that he watched the entire series, all 87 videos, all of the To the Ark videos, and all of the tweets 4 times. Once for the initial viewing, once for taking notes, once more for verification, and then a final time for final analysis. That's a dedication to your subject matter that really needs to be taken in by more and more reviewers, I think. It's, of course, very, time-consuming, but at the same time, it shows that you really are trying to get something right. And you're also puzzling over things where if there's any kind of a controversy at all, period, then you're trying to make sure that your opinion, whether or not people agree with it or not, people say, you know what, I can at least see why they say that. And that's just freaking awesome. It really is. The channel ended up getting, I think, near 10,000 subscribers during the Marble Hornets Explained series, I believe. And just unbelievable how quick that happened. He's over 20,000 now. His opinion on the meat sleep debacle, with the creator of that basically abandoning the project because, trolls are trolls, and there weren't, even the people who were fans were trolling. And just basically ruining the whole thing, and then it just ended up being a huge flame war. The whole scenario was just completely screwed up, and I don't blame the creator of Meat Sleep for leaving that. I really don't. And for Nick to call that out, I think showed incredible class. It showed incredible, insight. It really was a good thing to do, and sorry, apologies there. I got a cat in the background that's actually apparently seen a squirrel or something. But the whole Nick really has allowed the channel to evolve beyond the Slenderverse, and that's a wonderful thing. Recently, he showed a video of a channel called Hey Kids, where he says it might be a sinister secret. And I gotta tell you, see what I see on that thing? Yeah, even I'm creeped the hell out. Oh my god. That thing is scary. And some of the things that are said on that definitely shouldn't be for kids, especially the young kids that it looks like it's targeting. Wow. So I'm thinking there's something more there than just a hey kids kind of thing, Now, I'm going to list some of the cons here as well. First off, there's the fact that he started with one of the most well-known horror properties on YouTube, and that would be Marble Hornets. When you start in the Slenderverse with the most popular thing that anybody's ever thought of, you kind of become synonymous with that. You know what? I'm getting a glare off my glasses here, I just noticed. I hate that. I'm going to tilt myself a little bit here. Hope that kind of makes it go away. Sorry about that. When you start with Marble Hornets, you're really basically kind of making your channel about the Slender Man. And then when you finish the videos and you get finally up to date on Everyman Hybrid, Tribe 12, and then all of a sudden you gloss over other series like Dark Harvest, it kind of seems like, oh, I'm just tired of this and I don't care anymore about that and I want to move on. I know that's not the case. I really know that that's not the case. And I know for a fact that he not only appreciates everything that these people have been doing, but he even loves it. It's just that I think that the Slenderverse, he believes, has kind of played out a bit. And it's time to move on to other things. Maybe give it a break so that if people do revisit it, it'll feel fresh again. And really, 2009 to 2016 is a hell of a long time for the Slenderverse to be covered. So, yeah, there's that. So, yada, yada, yada on that. But when you're synonymous with the Slenderverse and that kind of happens, it really gives an initial impression that people probably aren't going to appreciate. And, yeah, I don't know. Just one of those things. Another con, really, is that the length of the videos sometimes can get brutally long. In the Tribe 12 Explained number 3, try to figure out how to put it. I'm just going to put it in the simplest terms. In the third Tribe 12 Explained video, that thing was over 2 freaking hours long. Now, I understand, attention to detail, but holy crap. You could have broken that one up into 2 videos and, kept the thing going for a little bit longer. Yeah, I understand that a lot of fans like that. Me, I have a family, and I have a job, and I have a whole lot of responsibilities, so my viewing time is kind of limited. You know, that's just me, though. I mean, there's other people out there who love that, and I understand it. But at the same time, something like that could have been broken down and like uploaded it as a two-part video, where somebody could watch the first part and then the second part at their leisure. Um, so the length time, and of course being synonymous with Slender Man, it is what it is. But really, those are the only cons. Covering the Allen tutorial, Krampus, Meat Sleep, there's a whole host of other horror things that Nick Nocturne can cover, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm a subscriber to his channel. I haven't donated to him as far as a patron if he has one, but I would if I could. Right now, I'm kind of finding myself in need of new equipment, and, there's that, but, anyway, the thing about the Night Mind channel is that it really does force you into what's called a night mind, and that's one of the best things I can think of as far as, just naming conventions go, because let's face facts, when you are watching a horror series, you can't think with your normal brain. You have to think with something a little different, and a night mind is a perfect idea. So yeah, I mean, he utilizes the beginning of his videos really to just basically jump scare you or scare the living crap out of you. So, it really puts you right into the game. And that really is something that I think anybody can appreciate. Overall impression really is that Nick Nocturne really has something wonderful going on, and I think it needs to be encouraged. So go to his channel. I'm going to try to include a link to the description down below. It might not be there if you view this more than once. It might not be there the first time, but it'll definitely be there the second. In the meantime, feel free to check out all the other videos that I've got going on. I've got another one I'm going to be shooting later today. It's the latest GG13 review, and I came to a decision, and I'm going to make a separate video about that as well. So, in the meantime, until next time, this is JDPaladin, and like the creepy cashier who's checking you out, I'll be seeing you again real soon. Sleep tight.